Have you guys ever looked at the moon and then looked at the sun and then thought, hey, these have kind of the same sizes and they glow kind of the same? I wonder what is going on in the sky of this game. Is it intended to be like that? Is it a mistake? What is behind the story of the surroundings of this planet? If you know, then let me know down below in the comment section. And for today we're going to do a couple of things in order to progress a little bit more and to get a little bit more balance and see if we can upgrade our core power plant once again with compacted coal, which I'm going to need to find something, but more about that in a minute. You guys have been leaving some nice comments again, which I really love to read, answer, and JD is saying a very funny and great video, JB. Once you unlock the transportation abilities, it will be a lot easier getting to your factory. You will start with a truck station and trucks. Plus, you can drive the truck yourself if you want to. And that sounds like something very handy to get a little bit of faster mobility from point A to point B. We're definitely going to take a look at that also in a minute to see if something is already possible. Zorlak is saying, thanks for interacting with your comments so much and thanks for helping me realize that there was a spelling error in my username. I think it's kind of funny because his name at first was Zorkak, and apparently kak is in his language, it means poop. Now if you would remove the C, then it says kak, and kak is Dutch, and in English it also means poop. So there is something smelly that we have in common, but I'm glad you figured it all out. He's also saying only powered buildings will stop enemies spawning, so unfortunately the lone storage containers does nothing. I will also come back to that comment in a minute. And the last one, he says later on you can use that thing that beeps like a metal detector to find crash sites, but it's useless. I recommend rather using a map of the game like the one in Satisfactory calculator. Now I did found the map, a very handy map. I'm not really sure what the link is with the calculator because I know if you press N you can use this as a calculator, but I don't know if there is like a map in here. But I did found the website which is this guy right down here. On this website, I will put the link in the description. You can see everything on the map, and in this case we're only going to use the collectible data hard drive. This is also something that JB actually recommended me to find these hard drives because there are some valuable items I could put into the sink if I want to, but apparently you can also find unlockables, and this last one is something that I'm going to need because with one of the MAM unlockable hard drive you can actually make compacted steel, which will save me up a lot of that coal. Excuse me, I mean compacted coal. So the coal power plant will burn only 4.5 coal rather than 15 per minute. Something like that was the story here. Sorry if it's a little bit confusing. Now let me just get this thing out of the way and first show you a couple of things. Now as you can see down here, I have been upgrading the factory not only with a nice piece of painting, which looks like this inside. I've been unlocking a couple of bits and pieces, like so I can make like a slope roof here. I've been unlocking some glass panels, and I was actually afraid that the glass panels would be just transparency, but as you can see right down there, you can see that it is also reflecting some stuff, which is just very nice. I've been putting up a couple of these signs right down here, even though it is a bit double, but I just did it for fun to see, you know, how does this work. Later on I'm gonna unlock massive ones, and there is a lot more fun stuff you can do with those. And I've been placing some of these signs right here, like, you know, it shows the hub. Of course, one down here for the factory, and later on there will be a couple more things that I'm going to do to this factory. Now, besides giving it a nice color and adding white to the walls, I've also set up this basic assembly line in order to make like quartz crystal in a crate and make some silica. So also that stuff is going. For now our power is still fine. All right, I think like when it becomes to 550, I am really going to need to hurry up setting up this compacted coal, and for that we're going to need to head out and find just a couple of these things. Now I am not really sure if these hard drives are like randomly, or that just the first one you take, no matter where you take it, it will always give you the recipes in order that the game has intended to. So we're going to figure that out for today. Also the comment of Zorlak, there we go. He was referring about these buildings that need to be powered in order to stop spawning. Now the thing here is that I have been asking a little while ago onto the Steam, how does it work with the enemies, what is the spawn radius, and then someone was saying you only need to place down foundations. So in this case I just place it foundations and this power thing. Now it's going to take a little while before the enemy spawns back anyways. I should actually be removing this, because my plan here was, okay, what if they spawn back? Then I can just connect up this to the bio thing. Then the bio thing is fueled and it doesn't use any fuel anyways. But then I'm like, okay, if I connect up 100 biofuels, it's going to be confusing in my power production that it shows a lot more than I actually have. So maybe later on. Well, I got my answer already. But wait a minute, was this guy here before I removed that thing? Or was this guy just spawned in when I removed that thing? Because if this guy spawned in when I removed that building, that means that foundation don't work, but these things didn't have any power. So let me just... I think it's kind of funny that... that this guy kind of calculates where you're going to rather than if you walk away. So yeah, I know now that foundations don't work. So I'm going to need something that needs power but doesn't need power, right? That is something that I'm not really looking forward to. What I should be doing is this and then just turn it off. I don't like that. So what I secretly hope that this biofuel doesn't have to be connected, that it just counts for what you place. Now the thing is, I got a couple of these checkpoints, right? So right down here I got another biofuel thing. If nothing will spawn, then it means I don't have to connect it up, but I do need to use a building that uses power. Something like that. I'm going to keep an eye out on this. I actually hope that it doesn't spawn, because or else at some point this spider will be back again. By the way, speaking about spiders, I had a comment on this short video that I uploaded yesterday, and that was the moment that I faced this giant spider. Captain Waffles today replied with, "Is it a spider?" So then I went looking on the World Wide Web about what it says about this creature, which apparently is called a stinger. And then I was reading it has 4 legs and 4 other attachments. You know, it could be a spider, but it's like a modified type of deal. But the most terrifying thing that I was reading, that there are 3 different types of these dudes. I faced a small one in the cave, the big one last time, so there is a 3rd one, and do I want to face it? I have to, I know. Alright, so today, alright, we have here this hard drive stuff. Now I could just play fair and just wait for this bleeping thing, which does sound a bit annoyed. But wait a minute, what do you mean with bleeping thing? Isn't that like this guy? Let me just take a look at it. So how does that work? No, not with that. Oh, yeah, like that. But there is no hard drive in here just yet. But this thing is, you know, it could be fair, but I get the deal here. It is pretty annoying that beep stuff the whole time. I'm already getting crazy of it. Nonetheless, I do want to check out, because how on earth do I even unlock that stuff? You know, like how do I unlock? I don't see it here just yet, and also not hearing yet. So am I going to need to complete phase number 2 and 3 and so on? That's going to take a long while to unlock though, and I am going to need to upgrade this the coal power plant at some point. Now the one last thing before we head out for stuff, I'm also going to need to find like this cadmium ore. So what I would like to do for right now is take a little bleep and see where it's at on the map. And then we can also take a little look at that. Okay, this seems to be there. Anywhere else? No, let's take a quick look. Okay, that doesn't seem to be too bad. Oh, yeah, further ahead. So there seems to be one down here where I'm also going to need to have the stuff for, yeah, factory. I think gold is a little bit like this type of deal. Alright, let's first unlock this one. That gives me some extra slots. There we go. And, oh yeah, okay, that is, yes. There we go. We got some extra slot. That is always very nice. Oh yeah, we have modular frames. Ooh, oh, wait a minute. So, oh man, there is, you know, I'm really sorry. There is so much fun stuff to do in this game that it's very easy to get like confused with all of the stuff that you're going to need to do. So, oh, we can craft this in here. I need 10 of these disc type of deal. Alright, let's research this guy. And I'll guess, no, it wouldn't be very, well, maybe it would be logic to craft it and then place it down. Where is this thing at? Am I that blind? Or did I need to click this first? Is that the whole...
Building unlocked.
Oh, snap. Dumb. Okay, yeah, I cannot build that anyways. It is fine. So in this case, let's go to the first crash site. I know where it's at. And by the look on the map, it also shows like a little power icon. So I wonder what is up with that. Do we need like a battery or something? Or do we need to connect power to it? I mean, I can understand. Yeah, it would be like a door that needs to be opened with power. Now, it's supposed to be somewhere around the area in the front of us. Oh, it is here. So yeah, I do know that the spiders, they living in caves and jungle area. So I don't have to be afraid in this area, or at least it doesn't look jungle-ish that it would be here. Okay, there seems to be one guy over there. Will you stand still for easy targets? No? Okay, so this is a crash site. Let's just take a little look together. And we got wires. So there are things to be found around. Well, that is exactly what I need for this vehicle. Force plating. I wonder how this stuff got here. Have I missed like something? I have to think about the game Trailmakers, where the ship basically got hit by a meteor, and that's how you crash on the planet, and then have to find all of these bits and pieces back. Okay, open the pod. Emergency door status, repair need battery broken, needs 40 megawatts. Ah, okay, so that is the whole deal with that. It would be very handy. Oh, there you are. Yeah. Why it's takes so much time, all this running around. I'm actually glad I got these blade runners, because it definitely adds up quicker, you know, going from here to there. Oh, that's how it works. Well,
Data on the hard drive has been salvaged and can be repurposed to unlock an alternate recipe. Salvaging more hard drives will provide additional alternate recipes.
alright, let's see. Again. No, that is going to take 10 minutes. I see. That is fine. Wow, that is really cool though. Okay, so what needs to happen here? I got the motor. I just need like, I think it's like heavy frame or something. Yeah, heavy frame and a steel pipe. Now, in order to do that kind of a deal, I am going to need to unlock certain bits and pieces. I could also do this, but what if I can do with one, right? Now, you know what? Let's select this milestone and let's fill in the blank. So I'm trying to think here. If I have like compacted coal, which is 4.5 coal rather than 15, that means I can at least make another setup of the same deal I got above there, which means that I would have like 12 1000 megawatts. But I'm also going to need to see how fast can this compacted coal be made, right? Because that's also a very important thing. Can I make enough for another setup? And up you go. Basic steel production.
Milestone reached.
Yes.
Steel production unlocked.
Uh-huh.
Grants access to new, simple steel parts. An additional project part can now be constructed. Progress to the next phase is now possible.
Thank you so much. That sounds very good. Now I can imagine nothing can be done in here unless I'm very wrong about that. So for this, I am going to need to have a steel ingot and that, right? And for the vehicle, okay, the heavy frame. So I'll guess the heavy frame needs to be done in a thing, which I am going to guess that the two things that I just named, that those things are going to be combined together into this guy, which then... No, ow, that's different. Do I have like multi-recipe in here? Oh, I'm going to set up this frame thing because I already ran out. Only steel ingots. I'm going to need to have iron ore and coal. Iron ore and coal. But then how do I get this heavy modular frame or whatever it's called? Oh, advanced steel production, and then I'm going to need to do a lot. I do need to set up a server line, and there is one server line at the coal miner over there. What is all of this? Okay, it's completed. Unless hard drive is complete. Select your oh, you can Okay, I'm going to think about this. This is not what I thought it would be. Is this just like 4 copper ingots and one of these is now 30 of those? 90. Ooh, I am going to need to think about that because this is a whole new level of whatever is going on. I really thought it would give me other things. Does it mean I only need now ingots for screws or what is going on? Boy, I have no idea. Like, is there no like between-in station anymore? Is that the whole thing? Zorlak was already saying alternative recipes are pretty much integral to progression in this game. Otherwise, your factory will be flooded by screws. And rule of thumb: when picking up alternative recipes, if the recipes move screws from the default recipes. If the recipe moves screws from the default recipes, take it without hesitation. Oh, it does. It takes it takes a second more. A longer time. It takes 18 seconds more, but I don't have to deal with all the between-in type of stuff, which is a megawatt saving idea. Alright, so after long thinking, I cannot connect one melter to 2 anyways because I have 3, which means I'm going to need to have more than 30 ingots, and I only have 1 connected up to 3 right now. So what I'm going to need to do is just collect a couple more hard drives. I know where one is at, and that is at the coal miner there. So I'm just going to build a couple more weaponry bullets, and not only that, I want to grab the yellow power slug so we can research it. And then there is another yellow power slug over there. I'm going to need to check out for the coal mine and the silver or cautium ore, I'm trying to say here. And JD actually warned me already that you will keep messing around in this game. Like absolutely a lot messing around, and that's why I think I'm also going to need to start onto my future project, because my future project is going to give me a better space of changing things inside once other things change. And it basically means the recipe change, I need to have a different setup, right? Everything is through each other over there, which is not very handy, which makes it a lot more difficult for me to get that done. Is that a big boy or is it a small boy? This is a... No, it's not a big boy. Any more of you guys? Or will the one pop up when I grab this thing? It seems pretty easy though. No rumbling noises. Nothing will pop out of the ground or just spawn somewhere. No? Alright, so I believe when I was standing onto the cliff there that I seen somewhere around there a crash site. So we're going to take a look at that. Oh, there it is. Oh boy, I think I reached the edge of the map here. I need screws. Oh, really? There we go. Okay, that was not too bad. That means that once in a while I'm just going to need to have something else rather than power. So in this case, I would like to take a look at the other coral ground. Another guy. Fucking bastards! Was that scripted? I didn't see any warning in my screen. Was that scripted? Because that means I would have just flew off this cliff here. Alright, I found some copper nodes closer to the Cautium mine. I also have the feeling that certain ore mines don't even show up on the radar. I would swear there was a dude down here. Impure. 30 per minute. Okay, I hear you. Where you're at. Damn it! Where is it? This game. Is it invisible? Down here? Where did you came from? I would swear this game just... Ooh. I don't like stuff anymore. Yeah. Ah. So lucky. Oh, update number 8. I have to say, they wanted to release a teaser video last Friday, and apparently they need more time for that, so I hope the upcoming week... Wait a minute, there is another one of these guys. So yeah, I hope the upcoming Friday, then maybe they will have this new teaser video, which is going to be fantastic, of course. Uh-oh, that wasn't smart. Please... take one back at least, you know? Hope these guys... I hope it doesn't call his mates, but that looks like a big guy there. Uh-oh. Can I... Yes, I can. I'm being such a pussy. Right, maybe I need to clear my face and just head out to the guy. Good English there. I have saved it up. I put all of my important stuff into the storage behind me. And there is another one. Oh god. He's dead. Now you. Oh, okay. And he's dead. I think I've been hitting him so many times already. Oh, there's the crash site. So I have been... The thing is, I know that these blocks need to be blown up, so I'm not gonna get that stuff anytime soon. I need to get into the explosives. Let's see. Thank you, thank you. Yes, I know that we need to check out the coal stuff, but I'm getting a little bit to a point where I'm going to need to reorganize myself for a little bit before actually heading out to the second thing that I can do is upgrade further. And I'm going to need to start onto this future project, which I'm going to need to build at least one section for the whole screw show. So I got two of these guys, so we're just gonna see like what is gonna happen with this. Meanwhile, I'm just going to reorganize some things in here, see what I can do with this and that. Now I'm also wondering if I'm really going to need any of these creature type of protein or this package of protein, or you know, I'm going to make everything into DNA stuff. Alright, meanwhile, I would like to unlock the improved melee combat because an extra slot is going to be handy for when you need like a gun, when you need a melee weapon, and when you need to eat. So select this one. There we go.
Milestone reached. AMD inflated your pocket dimension, added an additional hand equipment slot, and have provided an improved Xeno Zapper with increased strength and range.
Right, I would like to take a look at that. Thank you, please, very much. Xeno Basher. I need 2 of these guys. Oh, yes, look at that thing. Ah, the little hanger on it. Oh boy, that seems like a lot of ow. Okay, very nice. That is another milestone. It's gonna take 3 more minutes. Apparently, this game doesn't have any bed mode so far I know. That we could take a tiny little nap and then skip some time, which is a shame. Is there anything more we can do which will be important or... No. No. Absolutely not. Okay, therefore we can do nothing. This guy, I could, but I need to save a little bit up on this stuff. Oh! Look at that! My very first vehicle. Press E to open workbench. Oh! It has inventory and it has a workbench. Let's put it in here. Yes. This one I have a little drive, okay. Not gonna do automated stuff just yet. I wonder, can you like drive over creatures and stuff, or are they like affected by this? Oh, this is so neat. I mean, if I'm okay, I'll guess this thing has a health bar there, so... it's iron. You see it just popping up. Did it just died? No. Well, I guess we cannot kill anything with this. Alright, fantastic. I have enjoyed myself very much. I'm gonna take this out because we're not gonna use this thing just yet. Okay, let's see what Ma'am has for us today. Alternate crystal beacon. Ooh, I'm going to take that, right? No, I'm not gonna take that because, to be honest, I figured out that these beacons, these guys, are useless. And yes, they have already said they're useless because they're gonna remove it out of the game. It's just basically the same like placing a new marker on the map, only apparently back in the days you had to move to a place and then place a new marker with the beacon. So that's why it would be a very silly idea. If I'm going to think, based on the amount of stuff that is available to the game, there is a lot of iron available in the game. There is a lot of wood available in the game. But for raw quartz, there aren't that many mines available in this game. I have checked that out onto the big map already. I was looking for alternative places to get raw quartz, and there are in fact only 4 places which has, you know, multiply quartz mines together, but there are in fact only 4 places of these. While on the other hand, iron, there is so much iron around in this area. That's crazy. So my guess is that I can better do this one. So I'm going to do that one. If I'm wrong, let me know why in the comment section. Now I'm going to wait with doing this hard drive here. I do want to get to the power slug, and then I'm just going to leave it with that because I am going to need to read your comments on what to do, what not to do, and yeah, I'm going to need to start building off-camera stuff onto the future project, and I'm going to need to find a purple power slug. It's called a shot, but you get that. Alright, that is a lot of information for today. I think for the next episode I want to take something more targeting rather than a lot of small little random stuff, because I know I'm going to do a lot of cut editing to get a little bit of a straight storyline going. But it's okay. I've seen a lot of fun stuff today. I've unlocked a lot of stuff today. I got a lot of information for today, and all I have to do now is just... oh yeah, I need to get to the explosives, but I'll let you guys know for next time. Even though I'm just gonna take a small little peek here. A sulfur. I need to go... yes, take that, which I'm going to get the silver mine. I finally have a reason to get silver before the coal stuff. Would compacted coal be in here? That's a good question. Definitely.